Day 5 of the January 6th hearings featured explosive testimony about former President Trump's efforts to get the Justice Department to overturn the 2020 election.
WGN's Jenna Barnes joins us now with more on that. Jenna.
Yeah, these are Trump's own DOJ officials who testify. He told them to call the election corrupt and threatened to replace him with an unqualified lawyer who would overturn the election.
It was a power play to win at all costs, with no regard for the will of the American people.
Illinois Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger led the questioning of former top Trump Justice Department officials who resisted the president's pressure, including almost daily phone calls, to overturn the legitimate 2020 election.
But I did not want for the Department of Justice to be put in a posture where it would be doing things that were not consistent with the truth.
Acting Attorney General Jeff Rosen and Acting Deputy Attorney General Richard Donoghue detailed the arsenal of false allegations Trump listed for them, all of which they and the department debunked.
And I felt that being very blunt in that conversation might help make it clear to the president these allegations were simply not true.
The Select Committee says it even confirmed the Secretary of Defense investigated an internet conspiracy that Italian satellites switched votes from Trump to Biden. Here's part of it.
He was doing this in conjunction with some support from MI6, the CIA, and this Leonardo group.
Mr. Donoghue, what was your reaction when you watched that entire 20-minute video?
I emailed the acting attorney general and I said pure insanity.
But Donoghue says the president was adamant. He wrote down this direct quote from Trump in his notes of their conversation.
What I'm just asking you to do is just say it was corrupt and leave the rest to me and the Republican congressman.
The witnesses say when they refused to declare election fraud, Trump moved to replace Rosen with a supporter of the fraud claims, Jeffrey Clark. He was a lower-level environmental lawyer at the DOJ who, according to testimony, had never tried a criminal case.
The best I can tell is the only thing you know about environmental and elections challenges is they both start with E.
But the panel says Clark was willing to do Trump's bidding, including sending this draft letter to the state legislature in Georgia that would have legitimized the false fraud claims, the consequences of which cannot be overstated.
That there was no way we were going to sign that letter. If the Justice Department gets out of the role that it's supposed to play, that's really bad for our country. And I don't know of a simpler way to say that.
Donoghue says Trump relented when he told the president Clark's promotion would lead to immediate mass resignations.
We could have hundreds and hundreds of resignations of the leadership of your entire Justice Department because of your actions. What's that going to say about you?
The panel also disclosed that 6 Republican congressmen asked for pardons: Matt Gaetz, Mo Brooks, Andy Biggs, Louis Gohmert, Scott Perry, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Jim Jordan is reported to have asked about a pardon, but not specifically for one.
All right, Jenna, thanks.